What's the deal, baby? You already know it is the big boss out, boss dog, cake poke through the dope. Here to talk this boxing. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year to everybody, man. Hope all is well with everybody. Remember, tough times don't last, good people do. You feel me? Now, let's get into the meat and tail of the situation. Victor Conte, right? Made some comments. We're going to talk about it. So, Victor Conte said Errol Spence did a stupid thing before the fight with Terence Crawford, right? Two-time undisputed champion, right? Made history July 29th. He said Errol Spence ran a mountain, right? Ran a mountain, and apparently he ran a part of the mountain that you're supposed to acclimate to, and, you know, Errol Spence just went straight to the top, and, you know, he ran that part of the mountain, you know, and Victor Conte believes that Errol Spence may have altitude sickness, you know, which is the reason why he didn't have the legs, and, you know, he looked how he looked, you know, going into that fight with Terence Crawford. Now, my response to that is this, right? It makes sense, okay? It makes sense that Errol Spence looked how he looked, right? Now, granted, this is somebody that is an ally with Terence Crawford. This is somebody that, you know, works with Terence Crawford a lot. You know what I mean? He's helped Terence Crawford in, I think, more than 5 of his fights, if I'm not mistaken. So, he knows what he sees, you know, when it comes to the body. You know what I'm saying? I also saw that Boxing Ego. I watched his video, and he posted some audio from Virgil Hunter, you know, who's saying some things that he's seen from Errol Spence. You know, he's not saying that that's the reason why Errol Spence lost. He's just saying there's certain things as a trainer, you know, that you don't allow your fighter to do. You know what I mean? So, these two men are no way, shape, or form are trying to discredit Terence Crawford and say that, oh, Errol Spence lost because of this. They're just trying to say that, look, the way that Errol Spence is training is not conducive, you know, for a fighter in that ring. You get what I mean? You know, and yo, that's their opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, every man is entitled to their opinion, their viewpoint. You know, that's what that is. But like I said, Victor Conte's comments make sense. You know, I ain't gonna hold you. It makes good sense to me. You know, I'm not a doctor. You know, so that's why you ain't hear me talking about, oh, Errol Spence, you know, this, that, and the third. You know, and that's why I say there's no excuses. You know what I mean? And that's just coming from me. That's how I assess life. I don't make excuses. I don't believe in it. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. I'm the type of dude that, you know, it could be somebody else's fault. I'm going to stand on my 10. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make an excuse. If I was a part of it. Now, if I ain't a part of it, I ain't got nothing to do with it, that's different. But if I'm a part of something, there's no excuses. If I had, like I say, a part in something, there's no excuses. It's always just something to learn from, evolve, and keep moving forward. And that's what I'm all about, evolving. Because every lesson is a life lesson. You know what I mean? So, that's how I analyze life. You can learn every day. You can learn something out of every situation in your life. You know what I mean? And I believe that Errol Spence is learning, and he's learned from this fight. I mean, think about it. Errol Spence, many of the top fighters that he fought, you know, he didn't have, for a lot of those fights, he didn't have a nutritionist. He didn't have a strength and conditioning coach. You know what I mean? He was doing all that dolo. You know what I mean? He was just grinding himself down, leaving it all in the gym, and getting in the ring and fighting. You know what I mean? And like I say, that stuff worked, you know, but to a certain extent, you know? Me and Errol Spence the same age, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, at that point now, it's like, you know, you got to train smarter, you know? When, you know, in your 20s, man, I could go as hard as I could train till I pass out and recover fast and still perform. But in your 30s, it's different, bro. You know? You have to, and like I said, just depending on every person, you know, but you have to train effectively. You have to have effective training, right? You don't want to burn yourself out. And that's what it seems like Errol is doing. He like burning himself out, leaving it all in the gym, and he's not having anything left for the fight. You know what I mean? Now, granted, like I said, nobody trying to take nothing from Terrence Crawford. You can't take nothing from him. He beat Errol Spence one-handedly, and you know what I mean? And made history July 29th. So it ain't nothing you could take. So, oh man, y'all just trying to take credit for Terrence Crawford. You can't take nothing from him. You can't. He already accomplished what he accomplished. You know what I mean? And this is somebody who's on Terrence Crawford's team who's coming out with this information. You get what I mean? It ain't Errol. Errol ain't said squat diddly. Errol been chilling. He just stopped posting on his social media yesterday. You know what I mean? He ain't really been posting nothing. He ain't been saying nothing. He been chilling. He been going on vacations. You know what I mean? He ain't saying nothing. You know what I mean? And if I'm Errol, I wouldn't say nothing either. I'd be cooling. You know what I'm saying? That's just what he talking for. You know what I mean? I'll be chilling, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And me knowing, I won't say I know Errol, but I can say based off his demeanor, he kind of got the same mentality. Like, I lost. That's cool. I ain't happy about it, but I'll be back. I'm gonna get my get back. You know what I mean? I mean, think about how fast he reacted at that rematch cost when he was eligible to. Because I know every fighter after they fight, you know, as a precautionary, the, you know, athletic commissions will suspend them for a couple of months, you know, as like a safety thing. And that's for both fighters. Because if you, I think I went on BoxRec and looked at Devin Haney's BoxRec, and it was like he's suspended for so-and-so amount of months. But this is a while back. I mean, it ain't the fact that he did something dirty or anything like that. I think it's more like a medical thing. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I think it's more of a medical thing. You know, I think they have a certain amount of time to where they want them to get right and stuff like that. You know, it may not be nothing wrong with them, but I think it's just like a certain time frame that they want them to get right or whatever. But when Errol Spence reactivate that rematch clause, he know what he did wrong. You know what I mean? He know what he did wrong in that fight. Now, like I said, Boss ain't made no excuses, you know, even after the fight. That's why I say, man, even after the fight, me and a couple of Bud Buddies were able to, you know, come to agreements on a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know, I gave Crawford his credit, you know, and almost, my bad, I'm driving. But I gave Crawford his credit, you know what I mean? And we cool now, a couple of us. You know what I'm saying? Still a couple of y'all who flexing, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know you ain't no fan of boxing, you're a fan of Bud. And that's just what it is. You know, so all that talking and all that, like I said, 2024, I ain't for the Bud job. I ain't even gonna entertain it no more. You know what I'm saying? We turning a new leaf. You know, now if you want to debate boxing with me, I'm with the smoke all day. But you know, all that other stuff, I'm throwing in the trash, man. You know what I mean? That's what it is. We new and improved in 2024. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. But the timing of it, you know what I'm saying, is weird. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he's just giving his opinion as a man of what he believed went wrong with Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Based off what he's seen. And, you know, I got to sit here and say, you know, it makes sense. You know, it definitely makes it. Victor Conte's statements make sense. You know what I mean? Like I said, I ain't no doctor. I don't know. You know, I can't look at nobody and be like, oh, man, he's suffering from tendinitis. I don't know. know what I'm saying? And then on another note, I never been outside of another state in America. You know what I mean? I've been in the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? But like, it was still Mexico, but I was in the, I would say that's not the Caribbean. But where I was in Mexico was by the Caribbean Sea. Let's just say it like that. I was in Cozumel. So, I was in Cozumel, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, like I was down there, you know what I'm saying? So, but I never been to Vegas, I never been to Big Bear, you know, I never been to Colorado, so I don't know nothing about no altitude sickness. So I'm not even gonna cap and be like, yeah, man, you know, I don't know about that, you know what I mean? So that's why that's what I'm saying. You know, it makes sense what Victor Conte is saying. You know what I mean? It makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Like, but me personally, I don't know about the side effects of running on a mountain. You know what I mean? And truthfully, Victor Conte, I mean, I say this. I trust Virgil Ortiz statements more than, not Virgil Ortiz, Virgil Hunter's statements better than Victor Conte. And the only reason why is because Victor Conte has lied before. You know what I'm saying? But this is mainly not a truth or matter. It's more like his opinion. You know what I mean? And what he believes happened to Errol Spence. You know? So, like I said, it makes sense. It makes sense to me. You know, I mean, but at the end of the day, Terrence Crawford did what he needs to do. And if anything, like, I know I've seen some people in certain comment sections of videos talking about, oh, this make Errol look bad. It don't make Errol look bad. This don't has no effect on Errol Spence. To me, Errol Spence still fighting that fight. If this happened and Errol Spence still fought that fight, he a dog. That's just real talk. If Errol Spence still fought and he was sick, he a dog, bro. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. He a dog. And that just that's what it is. You know what I mean? He still was like, I still fight that, man. I don't care if I'm sick. It is what it is. We're gonna get it cracking. We're gonna get it popping. We finna do all that. You feel me? That was Errol Spence mindset, man. You know what, man? We finna get it cracking. I don't care about none of that. Let's go. And then boom, still got in there, fought. Now, granted, he got stopped, but if that's true, he a dog for that. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss go.